Hello, hello, and welcome to this episode of the Happy Workaholic Podcast. I'm your host, Kellyanne Gorman. I'm a business, LinkedIn, and podcast coach, as well as a luxury brand consultant, and I help business owners take their brands to the next level by implementing my personal techniques when it comes to growing their service, sales, and social media. Over the past 20 years, I've helped grow multiple brands in the beauty, hospitality, health, and luxury travel markets. I've exceeded all of their expectations, and I'm here to share my tips and tricks on how I did it. Inspiration, motivation, and determination are what got me to where I am today. And trust me, living with an autoimmune disease is never an easy task. So you can definitely expect some pretty crazy stories shared here as well. Don't forget, the after show happens after each episode in the Happy Workaholic Podcast Facebook group, and that's where I'll be every week to answer all of your questions. Now, if you want to hear any of my exclusive news first, just visit thehappyworkaholic.com, scroll down to the bottom of the page, and sign up for my weekly VIP newsletter. Now, let's get started with today's show. Hey everyone, welcome to today's show. This is episode number 84. And today we are diving deep into your LinkedIn profile. I am going to be giving you the 411 on what you should have on your profile and why. So before we get started with today's show, I want to introduce you to today's sponsor, My Interview Buddy. My Interview Buddy is a one-stop shop for the professional woman looking to level up in her career. From resume reviews to preparing for your dream job interview to working through salary negotiations and more. My Interview Buddy is a career gal's best friend in getting the career and salary that she wants. And you definitely need to go check out My Interview Buddy. Noelle, the owner, is amazing. I know her personally. And if you visit myinterviewbuddy.com, you can get more information on that. All of her information for Facebook and Instagram and the company will all be located in the show notes. So thank you so much, My Interview Buddy, for sponsoring today's show. So now let's get into LinkedIn. I just want to start off by saying, literally over the last couple of weeks, I have been getting so many messages about LinkedIn and how their profile should look. So here's a prime example. This is one of the most common questions I'm always asked. If you have been in a specific industry, you become a stay-at-home mom, and then you're going into another industry, should you start a brand new LinkedIn? And the same thing goes for if you're completely changing your careers, should you start a new LinkedIn? And my answer to that is no. And the reason is because a lot of people think that LinkedIn is just a resume platform, and it is absolutely not. It is so much more. LinkedIn is a platform that has completely changed my business. It's something that I've been on for probably 9 years, I think now. And it has changed my business for the better. Obviously, there's always going to be those spammers out there, but LinkedIn is a platform that will kind of eliminate that because it's strictly about business. And you want to be able to share your story and your journey and show people how it is that you got to where you are today. And there's so many opportunities just on your profile that you can do that. So going back to the questions that I'm asked all the time, should you have a new LinkedIn? No. Should you have a LinkedIn for your company? No, because there are specific company pages that you set up on LinkedIn that you sync to your profile. You don't set up a profile rather than having a personal one just for your business, because that's what company pages are for. So the first and most foremost that you want to have on your LinkedIn is a professional photo, which is obvious, right? And a cover photo that's going to be eye-catching, that's going to showcase you and your brand. It's going to showcase something that you're doing in the industry, right? So if I'm working with a chef, we're going to have something culinary related. If you look at my profile, my marketing for my cover photo is the marketing for this podcast, because that is what I'm currently promoting. I want to share all the information that's on this podcast because it's all about business, LinkedIn, and my life with an autoimmune disease. So if people are on LinkedIn and they're trying to work through an autoimmune disease, or they're trying to run a business, or just want some great tips and tricks on how to provide the best service and how to sell and how to use social media properly, then this is definitely a show that they're going to want to listen to, I hope. But I am promoting it using the marketing for this show as my cover photo. So again, you want to use something that's going to be on brand, even if it's just a picture of flowers, a floral portrait. That's completely fine. It's on brand. If you go somewhere else to another channel, it's on brand. You don't want some generic photo that doesn't make any sense. You want something eye-appealing, right? Eye-catching. So those two are the most important. And the third is your headline. And the headline is where you would normally see your current position, but you want to utilize that space and showcase what it is you have to offer within the little snippet, the little room that they give you. So for example, for me, it says I'm a business LinkedIn podcast coach. Download the Happy Workaholic podcast today. I want people to see my podcast. I want them to download it today and take a listen, because I'm sharing so much valuable content for people that I would love to share it with others. That immediately, right off the bat, tells you who I am, what I do, and what I'm sharing. So you need to, it's a little bit tricky sometimes, formulate that in the given spaces that they allow. So the cover photo, your personal profile photo, and your headline right off the bat need to be updated, changed, and on brand, on point, and show what it is that you do immediately, so that when somebody wants to connect with you, they know who you are, right? So the next thing that you're going to want to do on your LinkedIn profile is share your story. There is an opportunity for you to do this in your bio, right underneath where you can, right above rather, where you can embed media links, which would be your website, certain blogs, certain publications. You can showcase those right off the bat, right underneath your headline. So I'm going to use mine as an example, because I think it's really relatable with people, even though we have zero of the same experience. It definitely is the same way that you want to go about sharing your story. So for me, my career, I started off as a pro makeup artist. I traveled the world. I did it for 16 years. I worked in multiple restaurants. I got into the cruise ship industry doing makeup overseas, then yachting, then private aviation. I was in luxury travel forever. I was in event production forever. So how am I supposed to relate all of those insane jobs to my followers? And if I'm trying to get a job, does that even make sense? So yes, you need to be able to share how you got to where you are today. And that's the question that so many people are asking, where do I do that? And the section is right underneath your headline, where you are able to share your story. So I like to add little lines, like bullets, on what I've actually done and how I got there. So that's the area where I can use, this is the opportunity you want to take advantage of, is filling that entire section out, so that when somebody connects with you, they read your profile and your experience, you can get a gist of the personality and what they're like, because in certain markets, you have to be a certain way. If you're all about sales, if you're all about service, it really depends on the situation. But just looking at experience doesn't really tell you everything. But by writing your unique experience bio up top, that is the area that you want to share your story. You want to be able to share the journey with others. So for those of you that are listening and you've been a stay-at-home mom for years and now you're getting back into the market, you need to share that story. Running a household is a full-time job. Being a mom or a nanny or whatever is a full-time job. And if there's a huge gap in your experience, you need to share that. You need to share that you've managed a household, you've managed a family. That's a job. Let them know. Because if you have a bunch of kids running around and now we're all grown up, they're going to be like, oh, wow, that is insane. She actually ran this company or did this job while she was staying home, and now she's coming back into this field, this market, looking for opportunity, which is also something that you can update in your headline. You can say looking for XYZ opportunity. Headhunters and recruiters, when you have that turned on inside your profile, they will automatically come target you. And that is really what you want. You want people to know your story. You want to be able to share your journey. So going back to your bio section, that empty spot that's right underneath your photo, use that space to share your story, your journey. If you're a blogger and you have an about page, you can simply copy and paste that there if it makes sense for LinkedIn, or tweak the verbiage and, make it make sense. As far as your experience section goes, you want to make sure that it's thorough. So if you have lines for specific companies and then paragraphs for others, my recommendation for that is to really even it out. I'm working with a couple clients right now, and we've come across that problem where there's jobs that they've had in the past, and there's only 2 sentences, but all the new ones are paragraphs, and they also have been running their own companies, so there's a lot more information. You just kind of want to even it out and just make it look cohesive, and that goes for uploading media links. You want to try to do that for all of your experiences on your LinkedIn profile because it just looks cohesive. It's like so much prettier to look at. This is not an online resume, people. This is an opportunity for you to shine across this platform, to meet other like-minded business professionals. You never know who you can meet on LinkedIn and where it can take your business, how you can help others grow their brand or vice versa. And it is just one of the most unbelievable platforms that I've been on. This is why I became a LinkedIn coach in the first place, because it literally changed my business overnight many years ago. And I was always searching for connections, always talking to people, getting them off the platform, into my inbox, on my cell phone, on a call, meeting them in person, having Skype calls with them. It's all about growing these relationships, and we're starting them on LinkedIn, and it's just incredible what it can do for your business, and that's any business. So if you have any questions about how to, tweak some things on LinkedIn, you can always find me on LinkedIn. If you visit thehappyworkaholic.com, you can just find my profile right there and connect with me on LinkedIn. And the leverageyourlinkedin.com is the profile upgrade and coaching service that I do provide. So if that's something that you're interested in, I'd be more than happy to help you with that. But if you just have questions, you know where to find me online. You can always reach out to me anytime of the day, because we all live online, right? Running our businesses online. And it's just, oh my gosh, LinkedIn is just so incredible for business. Between the published platforms, everything they're rolling out, the video feature now, which is incredible, which we've all been waiting for forever, which I will be 100% honest with you, I'm so behind on. I started when it first came out, before it even rolled out. And then, life happened. So I'm trying really hard to get back on track with all of my to-dos. But I'm an open book with you guys, and I always share what the real deal is. And I'm so behind on my LinkedIn videos because I've been busy coaching, and I really need to make sure that I'm on top of my game, not just my clients, right? And I'm sure you all get sucked into that sometimes. And I shouldn't even use that word that we get sucked into, but I enjoy getting sucked into it because I love working with my clients. And I love it so much that I forget to promote my own stuff sometimes. So that's really what's been happening the last month. But I just want to take another moment to thank today's sponsor for this show, my Interview Buddy. Are you looking to make a better salary and have a career that you feel passionate about? My Interview Buddy was created not just to help professional women prepare for an interview, but to give them all the tools and guidance they need to be on a career path that they love and a salary that they can be proud of. Changing careers, negotiating for a raise, or getting ready for your dream interview can make even the boldest woman break out in a flop sweat. My Interview Buddy is here to help make sure that their clients are prepared and confident so that they can move to the next level in their careers. They do it through one-on-one coaching, resume reviews, and so much more. My Interview Buddy has the resources that you're going to need to get closer to your career goals. Now, if you want any more information on my interview buddy and their incredible founder, Noelle, you can go to myinterviewbuddy.com. Their link and their Facebook and their Instagram will be in the show notes, like I mentioned earlier. It's an incredible company, and you can also find my interview buddy on LinkedIn as well. So just another shout out to my interview buddy. Thank you so much for sponsoring today's show. And LinkedIn, ladies, and a few gents that are listening, is where you need to be to expand and grow your business. I am telling you, it's going to change your life for the best. So if you have any questions about your LinkedIn profile, please just send me a message at hello@kellyannegorman.com or visit me at thehappyworkaholic.com, and I will help you. I will get on a call and show you tricks of the trade that have really helped me, that will help you stand out. Looking over profiles and giving tips and tricks is what I do throughout the day. I love helping other women up level in their own businesses and take it to a whole nother level. LinkedIn has done that for me, and I'm ready to help you do the same for your business. So get a hold of me. I will help you out. If you have any other questions about anything that was mentioned on today's show, reach out as well. And if this is something that you are curious about some more, seriously, reach out to me. I would love, love, love to help you on your LinkedIn. If you have any random questions, if you're not sure how to set up a company page, if you're sick of Googling and going to YouTube, reach out. I would love to help you. So that is all I have for you guys today. I just wanted to share some tips and tricks on how to simply upgrade your LinkedIn profile and what you should really have on there to make it all cohesive, all on brand. And I want it to be the best for you so that you can engage and create more relationships with people that are connecting with you on LinkedIn. I'm going to go more in depth and give you more tips and tricks on another episode about how to engage online and how to make your life a lot easier on another show. So I can't wait to dive deep into that one. But today, that is all I have for you. Thanks again, my interview buddy, for sponsoring today's show. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Until next time. Thank you so much for listening to today's show. If you liked this episode, please let me know by writing me a review on iTunes for the Happy Workaholic podcast. I would truly appreciate it. As I always say, sharing is caring. Don't forget, the after show happens after each episode in the Happy Workaholic podcast Facebook group. And that is where I am every week to answer all of your questions. Now, just so you know, I have been spending so much time over on my Instagram, and I would love to connect with you over there. You can find me at The Happy Workaholic, and don't forget to tag me when listening to your favorite episode so I can showcase you on my Instagram stories. For any other information regarding the Happy Workaholic Network, leverage your LinkedIn and your podcast production, just visit thehappyworkaholic.com. I hope that you are having a wonderful week, and I will talk to you again soon.